Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we got a twofer Friday. We got Hunter Henry from the San Diego Chargers, and then Gotham Chopra, very interesting interview with him. He is done documentaries with some of the greatest athletes of all time. Tom Brady, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant.
The cricket guy,
Kelly Slater, all of them.
You name it.
He has done it. So, very interesting interview talking about what makes these guys great. And it's going to be a great show because it is a Friday. We also have a little football talk. Football was supposed to be back tonight, but that's okay. We're going to talk a little NBA, a little hockey, Fyre Fest. We have it all. Also, this is a Billy Free show. So you Billy haters out there,
numbers,
you Billy haters out there, if you want to prove that Billy shouldn't be on the show, you have to listen to it 17 times.
It's up to you. It's in your hands. Numbers never lie.
Yeah, if this gets doubled, if this gets 2 million listens, we will never let Billy speak again.
Fact.
Okay, before we get to all that, we're brought to you by the Cash App. It's great because he's not going to listen to this show. So.
No, actually, that's a great idea for marketing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just be like, this is a Billy Free show.
Yes.
That's more TV shows should take a page out of that. Hire somebody that everyone likes to bully and says that they won't watch anymore, and then
we'll take
remove
them out.
That person.
We'll take them
You're
out.
welcome.
All right, so we're brought to you by the Cash App. We're always brought to you by the Cash App. We're in the Cash App studio. The Cash App is the #1 social distancing app in the world. It is our favorite app. You can link it directly to your bank account. It is super easy to use. Send money to your friends, family. Fantasy football coming around. Use the Cash App. Don't be the lame-o that pays last. Everyone hates that guy. Don't be that guy. Use the Cash App, and we love the Cash App. And when you download the Cash App and use code Barstool, you get $10 for free, $10 to the ASPCA. So do it right now. You're not only getting a few dollars in your pocket, but you're also putting a few dollars in a great cause, and that is because the Cash App is the best. So download the Cash App from the App Store or Google Play Store today and get involved with the Cash App. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by the Cash App. Go download it right now. Use code Barstool. You get $10 for free, $10 to the ASPCA. Today is Friday, August 7th, and Jon Gruden has coronavirus. Not.
Psych. It was the ultimate psych.
All-time football guy move. Jon Gruden, expect the unexpected, guys. And he holds a Zoom meeting, and he has, I think it was a special teams coach announces at the start, Coach Gruden is in the hospital. He's dealing with coronavirus, and all his players are like, oh, my God, what the fuck? And then they're like, just kidding. Gotcha.
But take this seriously.
Yes.
Let's all learn a lesson from this. I'm sure that lesson sunk in.
Yeah.
Your first clue that Jon Gruden was not in the hospital for coronavirus is that I don't think Jon Gruden would ever go to a hospital.
No.
For anything.
No.
If he had coronavirus, he would just stand out like in the sun naked and just stare up at it until he felt better, or he'd just die.
Or he would. I actually wouldn't be shocked if Jon Gruden went back in time to the 1920s and had a doctor on call who came to his house and was like, "Here you go, doc." Jon Gruden would either do what you just said and be like, "I'm going to alpha it," or he would lay down in his bed and be like, "This is my final resting place. Please get my papers in order."
He'd lay down at the 50-yard line, I think, and then have Mark Davis walk out there with that black leather suitcase that old-timey doctors used to carry with the giant metal reflecting thing, the circular thing on his head. Walk out there, take his vitals, pronounce him dead, bury him at midfield in Las Vegas. I think that would be a fitting end to Mr. Gruden.
What this does tell me, though, is that Jon Gruden thinks there is 0.0% chance that he actually ever does get coronavirus, because if you fake you have coronavirus, people are going to bash you and make fun of you when you actually do get coronavirus. But Jon Gruden's like, no, I feel confident that I will never get coronavirus.
The football guy who cried wolf is what it would turn into. Yeah, I think, it would actually be very funny, though, if they had done it a little bit different and had Mark Davis host the Zoom meeting. You remember how Al Davis treated Lane Kiffin when he was fired? Have Mark Davis with like an overhead projector giving details about here's how you can protect yourself from the virus moving forward. But yeah, it was an all-time football guy move for him to be like, let's learn a lesson from me pretending that I'm sick.
The unexpected.
I was thinking about that in terms of coaches that catch it. Can coaches opt out of this year too?
Ooh.
Because I have a theory. Well, I have a big-time stay woke theory.
Okay, before you give me your theory, this isn't an opt-out. It's actually an opt-in. But the Bulls, the reports out of Chicago, the Bulls are going to keep Jim Boylan because of the financial strain of coronavirus. So he's kind of benefiting from coronavirus the reverse way.
What, they don't want to pay him severance? Is that what?
Yeah, they don't want to have to pay him to leave when there might not be fans next year's game. So really smart thinking, get ahead of it.
It's progressive. No,
keep the shitty coach, have a team be terrible. For the short term, so you don't lose, I don't know, like a couple million. You could pay Jim Boylan with like a couple basketballs and a new pair of Nikes. He'd be like, thanks for the honor.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Great. It's good having a job.
Yeah, here's a hard hat with a Bulls logo on it.
So my big time stay woke on this is that Bill Belichick, he might opt out. If coaches can opt out, I'm not sure what the rules and regulations around that are, but he's got so many players on defense that are out, right? If Bill Belichick opts out, McDaniels probably takes over, right? They go
or Steve Belichick.
But if McDaniels takes over, they go 4-12. All of a sudden, no one wants to sign Josh McDaniels to a head coaching contract next year. He keeps the team together, maybe gets Trevor Lawrence.
The only problem, I like the theory. The only problem with the theory is Bill Belichick is definitely in the camp of football coaches that if they stop coaching football, they will immediately die.
Yeah.
The JOPA.
Yeah, or he could get into lacrosse heavy this offseason. He could serve as a consultant.
He just wouldn't be able to handle it. Like his body wouldn't be able to handle not coaching football.
You're probably right about that.
It keeps him alive.
But just put that in the back of your head.
Samson's hair.
In case that does happen, I think that's exactly what Belichick is reverse engineering here. Now, I think that there's a very simple solution for coaches. Just have a holdback guy, follow them around all the time, preventing them from getting within 6 feet of any other person.
Yep.
That's what they should be. There's a reason why you have Deuce Gruden on your sidelines, and it's to keep John away from other coaches.
It's to be just a pit bull following you around. But it was supposed to be the Hall of Fame game. I'm not going to bum everyone out. It was supposed to be the Hall of Fame game tonight. We're going to have Hard Knocks next week. We actually have Hunter Henry on the show, who is being taped as we speak with Hard Knocks. But it starting to get some of these football stories gets the juices flowing because we not only had Jon Gruden faking coronavirus, but we had our first Mike Tomlin quote of the year. Mm-hmm. And he said, when talking about, what was it? Oh, the players coming into camp in good physical shape. He said that was the Jell-O we couldn't get back in the box.
I think what he was going for is toothpaste back into the tube.
Correct.
But Jell-O is definitely more football because there's nothing hygienic about Jell-O.
Also,
Jell-O is the grittiest dessert known to man because you can. What does a pack of Jell-O cost? Like 20 cents?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they just give it to you now.
Doesn't it come in like powder?
Yeah, no, it's the easiest thing ever to put back in a box. Mm-hmm. It's very, very easy.
Yeah, you put the packet literally into the box.
Right. That's it.
It's pretty simple to do.
Who had the quote that was like the greased up kid trying to get the greased up kid? Fuck.
Epstein.
No.
Probably. Have you read the papers?
No, I walked into that one. What was the fuck?
I don't know. That sounds like a Tomlinism. Now
it does.
Tomlin
like,
also
to get
said,
a greased up kid.
Greased up kid.
Yeah, just
Google greased up kid images
into a cage.
Yeah. Family Guy, best of greased up deaf guy.
No, it was greased up. No, don't
Bubba's
actually
got
do
it.
images.
Bubba's
Jake.
got it.
You got it?
It was Rick Riley talking about.
Yes.
Peyton Manning.
Yes. I'm gonna find that. Yes.
This greased up kid looks like a piano mover.
He's like, wait, you grease up kids, Rick?
I saw another quote from Tomlin that said, "We're expecting Roethlisberger to walk out of a phone booth and put his cape on."
Oh, okay.
So a little Clark Kent action. That's the one thing that I am a little bit disappointed about in the Hall of Fame game. Besides just being able to gamble on unpredictable first game football, that's always fun. I was really looking forward to having Big Ben just standing on the sidelines underneath those lights in Canton because that field and those lights, they look like a high school game a little bit.
Yes.
And having Ben out there in CrossFit shape, I guess he's in right now. He's the lightest that he's ever been.
He looks good.
No, the quote was, he's the lightest he's been in 13 or 14 years. They didn't say which 14 years those were. It could have been
the first 14
until
years.
Ben was in middle school.
Yes.
He's never been this light before. But yeah, I was looking forward to just seeing Ben on the sidelines with a twinkle in his eye. You know that he wasn't going to get into the game. He wasn't going to go out there and play. He was going to stand on the sidelines with an ice pack on every single joint in his body because he's already hurt probably. Just waiting, looking like he'd want to get in, like acting like he needed to be held back from getting in.
Yes.
That would have been a nice kickoff to football season tonight.
Yes, it would have. Fuck, I want to find this quote. Someone try to find it. I just searched greased up Rick Riley, Peyton, Grease. Fuck, man.
It is very funny, though, to see all these different head coaches, like possibly the worst equipped people in the world to handle a global pandemic, and how they're choosing to implement these changes on their staffs and their programs. Like, there's a lot of talk about virtual bubbles. I'm really into virtual bubbles right now. A virtual bubble is just a bubble without the bubble.
And the MLB is trying to get to a virtual bubble. They have new rules that basically they should have had to start.
Which we said extra innings start with a guy on third now.
Yo, we said it. I think on Monday's show, we're like, hey, why not just make a rule that if you get caught doing these things, you can't play anymore?
Yep.
They actually did that. So thanks for listening, Rob Manfred. We appreciate it.
No more milk.
Yeah, no more milk. No more going out to just random dinners.
Going out for milk definitely sounds like a Lenny Dykstra euphemism for hitting a titty bar.
Ooh, Lenny's been extra horny online recently. I mean, that's not really news. The other football news we had, though, was Jim Harbaugh poked the bear. I fucking love Jim Harbaugh so much because he's just so competitive all the time. So there was
trouble in paradise, Michigan and Ohio State.
Yeah, so they released the conferences are now releasing their schedules. All conference. Big Ten released theirs, 10-game conference schedule. Yeah, I know Wisconsin somehow lucked in and playing Rutgers and not playing Ohio State, Penn State. Tough shit. It's going to be – they're probably going to get to the playoff just because it's this year. And then everyone's going to be like asterisks.
Oh, I'm going to put 3 asterisks on them.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. But anyway, they were on a conference call, and Jim Harbaugh pointed out that he saw a picture of a linebackers coach with Buckeye players, which isn't allowed until Friday. And Ryan Day said, how about I worry about my team and you worry about yours? Then, later on that night, Ryan Day, addressing his team, said he hopes the Wolverines better hope for a mercy rule this season because his team is going to hang 100 on them. 100. I love this. This is, this gets the juices flowing. Real hatred in sports is what keeps the world spinning.
You know what it does? It also gives Ohio State fans and Michigan fans something to bitch about besides coronavirus online. So now they're attacking each other. Nature's healing. It's one of those situations. I am Team Harbaugh through and through. I think that you are too.
Yeah.
I find it, although it's hard to believe that an Ohio State assistant coach would overlook something.
Yes.
I don't.
Well, he probably went up. He elevated to the proper channels.
The proper channels?
Yes. I can't remember. Was that Penn State or Ohio State?
Both
elevate to the proper channels.
Yeah, I don't think that a head coach at Ohio State would ignore one of his assistant coaches doing something dumb.
They should actually, if a school is smart, they should just have like an assistant GA legally change his name to proper channels.
Yep.
And just tell him all the times that players get in trouble.
It's not a
and
bad
be like,
idea.
Listen, we have told the proper channels.
Or just have Urban Meyer issue an apology.
Yeah.
That would be great. Like, I know he doesn't work there anymore.
Retroactively.
But have Urban Meyer like just note zap it real quick and be like, we're committed to changing everything at Ohio State to conform with all the rules and regulations.
He is a professor there, right?
Is he?
I think
is
last
he
year he
adjunct
did.
Professor?
He did.
He's on sabbatical.
Probably has tenure already.
He's on sabbatical to USC right now.
God damn it. So speaking of football, I have an ad that will get us excited because football is coming back, and that means Sundays are back. Why only watch one Sunday out-of-market game when you can watch all of them, catch it all with NFLSundayTicket.tv? This actually does make me feel like we're going in the right direction. When we start having the DirecTV ads, it's like the first leaf falling off the tree. Like, ooh, fall is right around the corner.
They would not be advertising right now if they didn't think that there was going to be a football season, Big Cat.
Correct. And good news, NFL fans, DirecTV has expanded the service. If you live in an apartment or big city where DirecTV service is not available, you can now get NFL Sunday Ticket without a satellite. To see if you're eligible, go online, NFLSundayTicket.tv, and stream every NFL Sunday Ticket game this season to follow your favorite team no matter where you live. You can also stream from all your favorite devices. Use promo code PMT20 at checkout to save 15%. That's unbelievable. PMT20 at checkout to save 15%. There are also exclusive student discounts available. So you can watch on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Apple TV, Roku, Chromecast, Samsung, smart TVs, laptops, smartphones, tablets. Go to NFLSundayTicket.tv right now. It will make you feel better if you go and buy it. If you go and buy it right now, you'll be like, hey, check that off the list. I'm ready to go. I have my Sunday ticket ready to go. Use code PMT20 at checkout for 15% off. Okay, other things we had before we get to our interviews. Hockey, I am not built for 10:30 puck drops.
You're getting old.
Dude, 1:30 in the morning, the Blackhawks game ended,
those.
and I was like, one eye open. I made the mistake where I watched the first 2 periods on my couch, and then I was like, yeah, you know what, I can watch this on my iPad in bed, and I'll be fine. And then I just spent the third period dozing in and out, and woke up, thank God, I think my spidey senses, with like 7 minutes left, and was like, okay, here we go. But I feel like, I feel like an athlete out there. I don't want to say I'm an athlete, but I feel like I'm doing just as much as athletes.
It's always nice if your team's not playing in the late slot. So you can kind of zone in and zone out, do that exact same thing where you wake up and you miss 2 goals and you're like, oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then you kind of fade in for the last, 5-10 minutes of the game, and then you stay up for overtime because overtime hockey in the playoffs is like a drug.
Thank God
they
didn't go. I would not have made overtime. Even though it was like, it's not much longer, I still wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, but it's great when it's not your team playing.
Right.
When it is your team in that late time slot, unless you live out on the West Coast, that's tough. That is, for us as bloggers, that's as close as we get to competing in a marathon.
It zaps the energy. And speaking of zapping energy, one of the annoyances of life that I'm so happy is back, my phone battery is obliterated because all I'm doing is checking scores all day. Yeah. Which is just like, that's the best thing ever, where I am chasing a charge all day long, and I'm sitting there like, I had the realization today, I was like, why is my phone always at 25%? Oh, yeah, you have not stopped checking all of your bets, like compulsively for the last 5 hours, and that's the best feeling in the world.
Has your phone started to do that thing where maybe around 5 o'clock in the morning, if you wake up, you check it, and it stopped charging overnight? Because it's like, usually you finish charging me between the hours of 6 and 8 a.m.
Right.
So I'll catch up there. And then you take it off the charger. You look at it, maybe put in a bet or something like that, put it back down. You never get it back into the charger, and you're at like 50% when you wake up.
Chasing a charge all day. It's something you can't recover from. You just know it, too.
Get an iPhone 6.
When you wake up and you're like, this is going to be me all day. I'm going to be the dude looking for a charger all fucking day. What are you going to say, Hank?
I was going to say, you talked about it a few weeks ago, I think, but the iPhone is definitely doing the thing where they're just draining everyone's batteries way quicker than usual.
Yes, it's new iPhone season.
Yep. For my Whoop, it's been telling me when I wake up, it's like, you are not getting as much sleep as you normally do.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because hockey goes until 1:30.
I got 5 hours of sleep last night.
Yeah.
Hockey.
Worth it.
I should put that in the Whoop. I should be like, hockey.
Yeah, log watching hockey on TV. Whoop, if you're listening right now, that should be one of the strain categories that you can put in.
Hockey.
Is watching playoff hockey.
Yes.
Because the heart rate really gets up there.
And then shout out to the NBA zero. They just don't have coronavirus tests anymore. Like, they don't have any positives, which is that is the best sign that we can do this. Because they keep, every time they tweet that, I auto retweet. I'm like, yep. Let's go.
They put their virtual bubble into a bubble. That's phase 2 of
great.
bubbles. It is awesome. And right now, off the top of my head, there are more teams that nobody wants to play in the playoffs in the NBA at this point than there have ever been.
It's a fact.
Okay, no one wants to play Toronto in the playoffs. No one wants to play the Heat in the playoffs. No one wants to play Oklahoma City in the playoffs.
No one wants to play the Blazers in the playoffs. Not even in the playoffs yet.
Yep. No one wants to play the Rockets in the playoffs. Yep. I think people want to play the Clippers and the Bucks right now.
No,
right?
I don't want to play them. Well, Hank just said the Bucks are trash.
Yeah, so therefore they are trash.
I mean, this game isn't over yet, but
they
should be winless in the bubble.
Hank, no one wants to play your Celtics. Mike Greenberg's Celtics. He picked them as his sleeper team this year.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to Mike Greenberg.
And new show called Greenie.
Is that the name?
Yes,
Greenies with Greenie.
They should have gotten somebody else named Greenie, so it could have been Greenie and Greenie.
What kind of show?
Chris Long and Mike Greenberg.
It's just TV show. No, he said he's got a radio show now. ESPN's going. They're going heavy in the Greenberg department.
Yeah, they're all
doubling
in.
it. They put out I'd imagine the suits at ESPN sat in a board meeting with a big chart, and they're like, "How can we get back to here? more Greeny.
Well,
they just slapped a sticker, like a refrigerator sticker on it of Mike Greenberg's face.
It's very simple math.
Stonks.
It's which one of these anchors can carry the most ads during a given show.
Greeny.
And it's Greeny. So they're riding the Greeny train until he dies of exhaustion.
Greeny is like a Mount Everest Sherpa who's just got ads like going up the mountain.
Yep. You know how heavy it is?
Take us to the top.
He's got 1-800-Flowers and Mahindra Tractor on his back at the same time. Never been done before.
More Greeny. All right. Let's get to our interviews. So we're going to do Hunter Henry first, and then we have Gotham Chopra second. Gotham Chopra, if you don't know, he is a documentarian. Is that what you say? Is that what you
documentarian
say?
producer.
Documentarian. He has worked with Tom Brady. He's worked with Kobe, LeBron, Kelly Slater, all these like incredible athletes. So he has some awesome stories. So it was great to talk to him. But before we get to Gotham and Hunter Henry, most guys have tried different ways to last longer, but thinking about baseball doesn't always work. The folks at Roman, an online men's health company, are changing the game with Roman Swipes. The secret to longer lasting sex is no longer just saying the Pledge of Allegiance in your head or counting backwards from 10. It is Roman Swipes. Roman Swipes are clinically proven way to last longer in bed. They're effective, easy to use, and fast acting, but don't require a prescription. Roman can ship swipes to you in discreet, unmarked packaging, and each swipes packet is small enough to hide in your wallet for whenever you need it. They're super easy to use. Just take the swipe out of the packet, swipe it on, let it dry, and you're good to go. You want to be good to go with GetRoman.com/take. Go to GetRoman.com/take, and you can get your first month of swipes for just $5. Get that fuck game right, boys. Or ladies, get your boy, your man, to get his fuck game right. By him,
just tell him it's a swipe for guys with huge dicks.
No, you know what? If you're a lady listening to this right now, you're gonna buy your boyfriend or husband some Get Roman. Just say to them, just look them right in the eye and say, PFD and Big Cat said, this is what we should do. I'm just supporting the podcast.
Or if you do say, like, your dick is so big, I bought these special wipes that I'm supposed to use to make it more lubricated.
Just wipe it real quick.
And it's really just going to make them come in 5 minutes instead of 1.
Right. So go to GetRoman.com/take and get your first month of swipes for just $5 when you choose a monthly plan. That's GetRoman.com/take. Okay, here he is, Hunter Henry. Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest who is going to be on Hard Knocks. Ooh, we should actually run this next week, right after Hard Knocks.
On Monday or on Wednesday morning?
It's Hunter Henry from the, we say San Diego Chargers, LA Chargers. Hunter, let's decide this right now. Will you do something for us to, like, give us a heads up, like, hey, I'm on Hard Knocks, and, like, how can we get on Hard Knocks? Last year we had Luke Wilson wear a PMT shirt on the day he got cut.
You're probably not going to get cut because you signed a franchise tag, right? So that'd be pretty dumb.
Yeah, that'd probably be bad.
Not a good sign.
I won't be cut. But we could, we could definitely rep the brand for sure.
We could send you a shirt. Okay, all right. So let's start there. How have you noticed the cameras already? Are they all up in your face?
Man, this. Yes, you definitely notice them. But it's beginning to fade a little bit but this training camp is so weird so far. It's just different than anything that I've ever experienced, just because of COVID and everything that's going on. But when we're there, you definitely notice the cameras a little bit. They're definitely trying to pick up on the content, just because last week we really weren't in the building. We were having to pass all these COVID tests last week just to get into the building. So it's been a little different training camp, definitely to start.
So a couple years ago, I think we had Joe Thomas on the show right before the Browns were in Hard Knocks, and we asked him, I think we correctly predicted that Bob Wiley was going to be the breakout star of Hard Knocks.
Yes.
In your opinion, who's one coach or like a guy on the team that we might not know on a national level that you think is going to be the guy that we're all talking about on Wednesday morning?
Oh, man. Gosh, the underrated star. We were talking about this the other day. Who would be an underrated star? I'm excited for people to see Joey a little bit more. You know, he doesn't show much personality, but this dude is just he's hilarious. Like, everything he says is hilarious. A low-key star, a guy that's pretty funny, a coach that has a lot of energy. Gus Bradley, our defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Hopefully dine in on him. He has a great personality, hilarious. So it'll be interesting to see the storylines, especially with the Rams coming into it with us. So it'll be interesting.
Are you guys at the same facility? Are you sharing facilities?
No.
Oh, you guys are.
Especially with COVID, we can't do that.
Yeah. That's right. You guys are down at where is it? That's where
We're in Costa Mesa is technically the city that we're in, our facility.
So, Hard Knocks all up in your ass. We're so excited. Hard Knocks is going to be the one thing that once we start watching it, we'll be like, oh, football is coming back because we don't have the Hall of Fame game. Has it, amidst everything, has it felt like, oh yeah, we have a season coming up in like 6 weeks? This is crazy.
It hasn't yet, honestly. It's been so weird. Like I said, training camp is just obviously last week we weren't in the building, and then this week is more of like just walkthroughs and strength and conditioning. So literally we're just lifting and running kind of like we've been doing, and doing walkthroughs. So it kind of feels like OTAs in a way. So it kind of feels like we're still far away from the season, but I think once we start practicing and getting going, it'll definitely ramp up.
Have you been running routes, catching passes yet, or is it just strictly getting in shape before you get on the field?
Just getting in shape, man. It's crazy. It's so weird. Literally just meetings, and we do them on Zoom. We kind of stay away from each other, and when we can, it's outside of the field. So yeah, basically just strength and conditioning. We're throwing the ball around in the walkthrough, but we're just walking through.
So even like the tight ends meetings that you have, those are all over Zoom. You don't have like a meeting room where it's just you guys?
So we did Zoom. Most of the time we just had our first one. We were in a big old room, and there's 4 of us, and we were in like a huge ballroom, and I could like barely see the screen because I had to sit way in the back. We were like spaced out like crazy, wearing masks. So it's a different atmosphere for sure.
I just realized that's going to be tough for the Bears to have their tight ends distance themselves.
We're cutting
because but you've got 10 still, right?
9
tight ends.
They're dropping like flies.
9 tight ends. Yeah,
we had like 12 a few days ago.
What formation? That's the 09 formation.
Yeah,
if we're going by personnel. Yeah.
09, best personnel. Jeez, that would be great personnel.
How much do you, not saying anything about Justin Herbert because I'm sure he's going to be great, but how much do you miss Phil Rivers?
Oh, I miss Phil a ton, man. He's a stud. And I mean, he was just very underrated to me. I mean, he is just, I think he's a Hall of Fame player. And everybody wants to debate that, but I think he is. I mean, he's a stud, and just the things that he does in the background that I got to see just firsthand, and how he prepares and how he plays, and just the player he is, the smack talk on the field, just everything he is, man. He's just a true football player at quarterback, man. And it was so fun to be around. So definitely it's weird, him not being in there. The dynamic of him is awesome.
You say smack talk on the field, but he doesn't swear. So what is Phil Rivers' smack talk like?
Yeah, he's got a good swear replacements. Great swear replacements, man. Horse mess is the go-to. Horse mess is crazy. I love that one. That's like when I showed up and he said horse mess, like he yelled at me one time and said that's horse mess. I was like, wow, I don't know what to say back to that. Golly day. God, what's the other ones he says?
We've heard gracious to Pete and gracious to Petrus.
To Pete. Yeah. Gracious to Pete is an all-timer for sure. All-timer. He's always saying that. He just has a knack, man, on the field. Honestly, he's a clean smack talker, but he loves to smack talk, get in their head a little bit.
Yeah. Now we joke. We're obviously huge football fans, and we joke that it always Sunday doesn't feel like Sunday until the Chargers are down a score late in the fourth quarter. It's like 6:45. Last game on the Red Zone channel, and Phil is trying to bring you back. Do you feel that? Have you had those moments where you're like, wait, we're here again? Like deja vu yet again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny you say that. We talk about it nonstop. Yeah, it's brutal. We put ourselves – we're in every single game always, and we somehow find a way to blow it, and we make up ways to blow it. Last year we miss a field goal, or we throw an interception at the end of the game, but we're always going to be there at the end. We're going to have a 2-minute drive to either go kick a field goal to tie it, to go to overtime, or touchdown and win it. We're always there. And, that's the biggest thing I think we're trying to focus on this year is just trying to finish games. And winning those close ones. That's really what the good teams in the NFL do. They win the close games.
Yeah.
That's a 4 to 5 game swing on your win-loss record.
What year was it? I'm going to give you a compliment. What year was it? 2018. I declared the Chargers the best team to not make the playoffs.
That's true, yeah.
2017, maybe. You guys, it's pretty much every year you guys are the best team to not make the playoffs.
Well, that goes back.
We started 0-4 that year.
Yes.
And then we went on a run. We won like 9 out of the last 11.
I kept on saying, like, don't let the Chargers get in the playoffs, and everyone laughed at me.
We were hot that year, and we were like, I remember we won the last game. We beat the Raiders, and we were like, the Bills. That was the year the Bills got in. To play the Jags, I'm pretty sure. And we blew the Bills out. And so we were watching the Bills, and we saw that the Bills got in, and we were just like, oh, my gosh, this sucks. Because we beat the Bills, and they get in.
That goes back a long time in Chargers history. Like, I think there was one team, I want to say 2010, 2011, where the Chargers had the best offense in the NFL by far, the best defense by far. And then there were weird things like special teams turnovers that for some reason took you guys from being like one of the best teams of the last couple decades. I don't think you made the playoffs that year anyway. So, yeah, it's the small stuff, I guess. So how does Anthony Lynn start this training camp being like, hey, this year is the year that we're not going to fuck up the details?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing they're preaching right now, obviously, I mean, I think the team that handles COVID the best right now is going to be, one of the best teams at the end of the day. So we're trying to attack that in a way and approach the protocols right and do everything right. But I think just paying attention to details, man, and that's the biggest thing, throughout the whole practice, and then, knowing situational football. So that's one thing we preach around there, because we were trying to get better at situational football because, for a while we just weren't playing good at the end of games, and also playing good throughout the game, because sometimes this plays early on in the game take you out of the situation of having to be in a 2-minute drill and to go win the game. So there's a lot that goes into it. I think turnovers are huge. I think we're going to try to really focus on that. We had too many turnovers last year. And also, I know defensively, we really didn't take the ball away as much. So those are two big things that help your football team every week.
So when you sign the franchise tag, from our perspective, whenever we see franchise tag, we're like, dude, that's sweet. Like, that's a shitload of money. But from your perspective, are you like, I just really want I want a long-term contract? Like, what's the thought process that happens when you sign on the dotted line for a lot of money, but it's just for 1 year?
Yeah, I mean, I was happy, I was excited for it. I get it for guys, and I get it. I mean, I definitely wanted something long-term for security and all that stuff. But at the same time, I'm excited. I mean, I've been banged up in my career, so I kind of know that I got to go out and kind of just prove it, and I kind of have that kind of chip on my shoulder. So I'm excited to attack this year under the franchise tag. I mean, it is a lot of money, so I'm excited about it in any aspect, and it's just another year to go play ball, man. So I'm excited.
I want to go back to when you were a senior in college, the combine right afterwards. You declined to do a lot of the workouts, but one of the 2 workouts that you elected to do was the bench press, where you put up 13 reps. So we can take your man card on that if we want to play the Joe Buck drop right there. Sure. So we'll take your man card. Sure. Why did you decide, like, yeah, you know what, I'll bench, and then you put up 13? Why was that one of the ones you thought you would
I actually put up 18. They knocked off at 5 for my hips. Hips came off the bench a little too much, they said. So 18, but knocked 5. So I looked kind of like a scrub. So that sucked. Definitely that one hurt, but thought I was going to do better in that. And honestly, combine week sucked. I hated the combine so much. I'm just not built for the combine at all. Like, I'm just not that kind of player. I'm more of just like a football player. I'm not going to blow you away in the combine drills or anything like that. But I'm good at football. So.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a very good answer. Also, my hips came up every time I tried too, so I got 0.
Yes,
which is bullshit.
Yeah. So like, if your hips come up at all on the bench, they're like, hey, put your hips down. And then at the end, like, they just needed to stop me at some point. It was just, but
okay.
I got 18, and he was like 18 minus 5, 13, and I'm just like, wow, that sucks.
We can spin that though. You can be like, I have the most explosive hips at the combine.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hips were great.
Yes,
hips were for sure. I'm a big hips guy. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm trying to work on that.
So when you went to Arkansas, from Arkansas, did you get recruited by Bobby Petrino?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay, so getting recruited by Bobby Petrino and then playing for Brett Bielema, That's two different worlds, although kind of the same world in a weird way, maybe off field. The same.
I don't think that would fit on a motorcycle.
Yeah, but when you go to Arkansas and now you're going to play, because those Arkansas teams, the first few years, Brett Bielema, and I'm a Wisconsin guy, so I was pissed when he left. But the first few years at Arkansas, you guys had a good team. And he was playing Brett Bielema football. I remember that you guys played Alabama that year, the closest they had a game. Like I think it was like 17-16 in the rain. Was it weird, though, going to Arkansas being like, oh, I thought it was going to be a little more wide open, and now we're just fucking cement mixing everyone and just running the ball down their throat?
Yeah, so it was actually, for myself, I got recruited. Petrino left. He got into trouble my junior year. Junior year, and then they did the whole John L. Smith thing. We brought in an interim for 4 months or whatever it was, like the season, and then they hired Coach B. So I honestly didn't really want to play for Petrino. I wasn't a big fan of him, honestly, and so I actually was honestly really close at that time. I was really interested in Bama and Georgia. Were two teams coming after me, so I was like really close with those guys, and I was really close. And then when Coach B got hired, I got to know Coach B. The tight end coach there was Coach Lunny, and just it clicked, man. And Coach B had produced so many tight ends to the NFL. I was like, oh, this is a no-brainer. I mean, he's worked with dudes that put, the end goal of being in the NFL. So, the offense was pro style. We brought in a lot of studs early on, really, really did. I look back at our huddle and offense, and pretty much all 11 guys in our huddle my sophomore, junior year played in the NFL. So, we had talent. It was kind of like the Chargers, though. We lost a lot of close games at the end of games. We really did to good teams. The SEC West is brutal in itself. So, but we definitely played our style ball, Coach B's ball.
Did you ever go out to dinner with Coach Bielema?
I never did. Really?
Never did.
Still haven't yet. Yeah, I need to do that.
Yeah.
He feels like a guy that
went to the catfish hole when I was getting recruited, but that's about it.
Okay.
I was a recruit then, so he's trying to put on his best.
Yeah, right. You're not partying. You're not. He's probably letting everyone get seconds.
No blackjack
first before he gets seconds, kind of thing. Yeah. So he's a recurring guest of the show. Actually.
He is. Yeah. When he would come into like the team dinners, he feels like a guy that would double dip, that would take his dinner beforehand and then walk around the buffet line and be like, what is that, tri-tip?
Maybe just a little here, there, like a little
some mac and cheese.
Just maybe do the standing where you just eat while you're standing and then go back.
I could see it for sure. Yeah, Coach B's great, man. I love Coach B. He's the man. He really is. I have nothing bad to say about him. I know, honestly, some Arkansas people, maybe Wisconsin people have stuff to say about him, but I love Coach B, and I would love to voice that to everybody.
No, I actually, honestly, I understood what he was doing because he had to be in Barry Alvarez's shadow. I was just more disappointed because I thought if he stayed at Wisconsin, he would have been able to be there for 30 years and run the same system for 30 years and been good for 30 years.
Yeah, yeah. We were paying good. We were paying him pretty good too.
Yes.
So that, along with, I think, the challenge of the SEC and attacking that, that was I think definitely for him. I think that was, he wanted to take that step up.
So you also at Arkansas, part of one of the craziest plays of all time. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure everyone has seen it, but if you don't remember it, it was overtime against Ole Miss, 4th and 25, and Hunter Henry threw the ball backwards, like basically wasn't looking, and they converted the 4th and 25 for a touchdown and won the game. How often do you go back and watch that play?
Man, I've seen it so many times in the last – I don't really watch it that much, but definitely when people bring it up, and we talk through it, I've done some detailed, walkthroughs on it. Yeah, I've watched it. I've seen it a ton, obviously. It's kind of famous in Arkansas and obviously and college football. It had big implications on college football even in that year. So it was – it's just a crazy play, and I honestly never thought I'd be remembered for throwing the ball. I thought I'd make a sweet catch in the end zone or something, but never really thought I'd be one throwing the ball, lateraling it, and be remembered for that.
It's an awesome play. Jerry Jones, was he paying you then, and then he had to stop writing the checks once you signed with another NFL team, or how did that work? Did he just switch the payroll over to the Chargers?
Yeah. He switched it over. He's a big donator over there at Arkansas for sure. We like to rep Jerry Jones, so he's given a lot to Arkansas. But yeah, he switched it over to the Chargers, so the Chargers are handling it now.
Smart, hands clean on that end.
Have you ever met Boltman?
I haven't. Who's Boltman?
Oh,
well, you might not know Boltman, but he was.
Well, you were on the San Diego team for when did you move?
For 1 year. I got drafted there.
He was the unofficial mascot. He was the big super fan that had the giant lightning bolt for his head. Very civically engaged. He went to a number of town council meetings to try to keep you guys around. Then he sold his outfit for like $60,000.
Yeah, fuck.
Hey, what a legend! What a legend!
You just met him, but in your mind.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I remember him for sure. He's a legend.
Who was your favorite teammate on that San Diego team, and why was it Danny Woodhead?
Danny Woodhead, for sure. 100%. I just remember showing up. You're a rookie, so you're showing up like just everything's big-eyed anyway. Like you're like, oh, my gosh, we're in the NFL. This is crazy. And just meeting Danny and just him just like running jokes and just him and Matt Slauson just getting after it in the locker room. Just lots of good times in the locker room, man, eating with those guys. And then another teammate that took me under his wing like that was Gates. Honestly, all-time teammate. Great dude. Treated me like a little brother.
I feel like Gates is still on the team.
He's going to play this year, right?
Yeah, right?
Like week 9, week 10.
He'll probably come back. He's sitting out. He's going to hold out camp, and then he'll probably come back once games start.
Is it going to be awkward catching a pass from somebody not named Phillip Rivers? Like, kind of on a serious note, is there a big difference? Could you pick out a Phillip Rivers spiral, like without seeing who threw it, compared to any backup that you've caught passes from, or going back to your days at Arkansas?
Yeah, I probably could pick it out. Honestly, I've seen it so many times. And then obviously his throwing motion is so unique. But yeah, it's going to be different, definitely. But our offense, honestly, is going to be completely different this year. So, that's no shade to Phil at all, but it's just what it is. And we'll definitely have a different kind of offense this year. A lot more movement, a lot more different things that are going to entail.
All right, so I'm going to ask this question in a way that's not going to get you in trouble.
Could take a second.
Yeah, I'm trying to
workshop
think.
it. You want to ask it to me, and then
I want to be like, "Hey, dude, how much does it really suck to have no fans at the game?" And like when the Steelers come and play, it's all terrible towels. Like, how much does that?
Are
suck?
you excited to see fewer Pittsburgh Steelers fans this year?
Yeah, we're honestly even playing field for everybody this year. So it helped us out a lot. So we have a lot of experience with it. We definitely have a lot of experience with what's going on this year.
Okay.
It's but we were opening a new stadium, and so we were very eager for the fans. This year, I think that was the biggest thing. And so, we really do. We do have great fans,
right?
But when Steelers come in, they kind of overshadow.
Or the Chiefs, or the Packers, or the Bears, or just like go
every team.
Every team. Yeah. No, but I want the Chargers back in San Diego, but that's just me. So speaking of San Diego Chargers and the LA Chargers, have you picked out what your favorite new uniform is of the whole? You guys had the Chargers absolutely nailed it. Like no other team. We roast uniforms all the time. They came out with all those uniforms, and they all are fucking gorgeous. But is there one that you're like, I cannot wait to wear this one?
Obviously, I love the powder blues. The powder blues are all time. I don't know. I have something with they put kind of like a new navy blue, and the navy blue, and then the bolt on the helmet is navy blue, and we're wearing all navy. Honestly, I think that's my favorite one. And I've always kind of been a big like navy guy. I love our all navies. I think they're sweet. Obviously, the powder blues are kind of honestly the best, but the navy blues they're sweet.
So, can you feel it in the locker room when you guys are wearing your like best uniforms? Can you feel? Does it feel different? Like, oh fuck, we look awesome today.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. You kind of look good, feel good. Play. So anytime you walk out like that and you're feeling good. You look good. You feel a little extra kind of swag about you.
See, I'm so happy you answered it that way because as fans, we just assume that players are wired the same way our stupid lizard brains are, where we're like, oh my god, if we could wear those uniforms, we'd be so fast. So it's good to know that like that actually is going through your heads when you wear the nice uniforms. You're like, we look sick.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're always trying to look good, man. I mean, if anybody tells you they're not, then they're lying to you in a way, for sure. I mean, the you're trying to look good, look at yourself in the mirror and everything up. But once you get in the game, you're not really thinking about it, obviously. But like before the game, you're like, dang, we look sweet in these.
Oh, yeah. See, I'd be like, as soon as I fell down or made a tackle or something, and I was like, shit, I got grass stains on my uniform.
I'd fake a hamstring injury during warm-ups and be like, you know what, I'm gonna chill on the sideline, maybe stand behind a coach, try to get on TV a little bit, looking good. But as for that like tackling shit, no, I'm good.
Yeah, no grass stains. Just keep it clean. The photos are gonna look good. Because you got those sick warm-up photos, so yeah, it'll be good content for you.
Yeah, we usually ask this question to a linebacker or a defensive end, but I'm going to kind of flip it on you real quick, especially with Joey Bosa's new contract. He just got paid. Would you want to ever get any reps at defensive end?
Yeah, I would love to. That'd be fun. I would love to. I would love to kind of get that feel. I think I would need some work, but I think I could transition to it.
All right, safety like Rob Gronkowski, like a Hail Mary or that didn't work out. I think you're a better tackler than Rob at this point in your career, though.
Yes.
Yeah, that one didn't work out for him, but DN, that would be sick. I mean, I could learn from Joey. I think I'd be all right.
Do you have to block him in practice?
Oh yeah, every day.
How much does that suck?
It definitely makes you better. We've gone against each other now for whatever it is, 4 years. And so you we get used to it and everything, but it makes you better. Dude's a beast. I mean, he's just technically sound. That's the thing too. Like, obviously he's a freak. But his hands and just everything he does, like he's just so detailed. And so he's a tough guy to block. Definitely makes you a better player.
He's got bad hips, though. I just looked at his combine stats, and he had 0 deductions in bench press.
Oh, wow.
So you're a little bit more explosive. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the explosion. Yeah, I guess I got him on the explosion by 5. My hips were good.
Has he changed since signing his new contract? Is he like walking around like Mr. Big Shot?
Absolutely not. I saw him the next morning, and it was just the same dude. He's just like, up. Oh, man. Like he's just dry, man. He's a dry dude, dry humor. He's a great teammate. I love being around him. We came in the same year, same draft class. So it was crazy. I mean, we actually played. I've known him since high school too. I mean, we were the same age and everything. So he's honestly been the same dude ever since I've known him.
That'd be sick though if he showed up the first day after that contract. He's driving like a slingshot.
Coat, yeah.
He's got the 3-wheel car, just flipping everybody off,
just looking sick.
Like Willie Beeman at defensive end.
Not that guy at all. He's the most low profile guy ever.
I had one last question. So taking you back to December 2018, you are injured. You're probably laying in bed just waking up on the West Coast time. What happens to your phone when Stephen A. Smith says he's excited to watch Hunter Henry tonight, even though you had been out for a very long time?
Oh, what a legend for that, man. Keep it relevant, man. What a legend. Thanks, Stephen A. Big shout out to you, man. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I went with the team to that game because we were playing the Chiefs, and it was like a big Thursday night game. So I was like, I'm going to go watch it. This would be a fun game to go to. I want to go to it. So, and I was honestly starting to kind of come back from my ACL that year. So I was like, and that's when I kind of came back at the end of the year. So I was like, I'm going to go to this game. And then I woke up in the hotel that morning, and I'm getting blown up by everybody, my Twitter, everything too, text. And I come down to the meal room, and everybody's like, dang, bro, you ready for tonight? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, I didn't really look at everything. And then they were like, yeah, Stephen A. has just been blowing you up. So I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I mean, it was just crazy, the whole process of it. I was like, what is going on, dude? But I was big shout out to Stephen A. for keeping me relevant.
For knowing your name,
yeah. He said he had a brain lock, which happens to the best of us.
He just ran out of talent when he was doing that segment.
Yes.
It's a good thing though, because if you wake up and your phone's getting blown up and you're like, holy shit, why am I trending on Twitter? That's probably the best reason that you could be trending is because Stephen A. Smith screwed something up and not because of something you did.
Yeah, for sure. It was it's the best way to be trending on Twitter for sure.
100%. Absolutely.
What is your record going to be this year?
16-0 is the goal, right?
Ooh.
Win every game. But we're going to take it week by week, and the Bengals are our first game, so excited for that one. And you just got to take it week by week. Start 1-0.
So 16-0 is what I heard. What I also heard was a guaranteed first week victory against the Bengals.
1-0.
1-0.
Hey man, you got to go in with confidence. I mean, if you don't go into the game thinking you're going to win, then I think every team goes in thinking they're going to win, and that you got to know you're going to win going into every single week. So,
or at least have a shot to win down 7 with 2 minutes left.
That's not our plan this year. It's a new year. We're moving on from that.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay with you guys moving on because I would rather it just go with Phil to Indianapolis. It feels more natural if Phil's doing it.
It's not a Chargers thing,
yeah. Yeah, right. It's more a Phil Rivers thing.
Oh, no, don't put that on Phil.
We love him. We love him. But he, it's not even the fact that you guys are down. It's more just like he gets so demonstrative and he's like kicking in and doing audibles and just chucking it, and it's the best.
Yeah,
why we watch.
Phil Rivers with his back against the wall is a delight to watch.
Yeah, we've done it a lot. We've done it a lot definitely in these past years. We're gonna definitely try to move on from it. That's our plan going into 2020 season for sure.
Love it. I love it. Well, Hunter, thank you so much. We appreciate it, man. Good luck with Hard Knocks. We'll be watching.
We'll send you something.
Yeah, we're gonna send you a shirt. We're going to send you a shirt and a hat so you can wear it in Hard Knocks, and everyone will be like, oh, shit.
I'll rep it. I'll rep it for you guys.
Love it, man.
Good to have you on, guys.
Thank you so much, man.
Good to talk to you.
All right, fellas.
That interview with Hunter Henry, whose name translates to catching a fish with your bare hands while on vacation from your podcast, it was brought to you by 3Chi. 3Chi is the leader in hemp-derived cannabinoid products. All these products are formulated by a biochemist. I'm going off script. I don't even need the script anymore with 3Chi because I use it. I used some last night. I used some on Monday night. 3Chi is a great, great product. You've heard us talk about it before. And I've had a lot of people that reach out and say, thank you, PFT, for recommending 3Chi to me. Thank you for telling me to try half of a gummy before I try a full one. 3Chi will make you feel awesome. That's a guarantee. It'll make you meld into your couch. It'll give you all the feelings that you get when you traditionally use THC, the Delta-9 THC that you've smoked before in the past. It'll give you all those good feelings, a similar buzz, all the medicinal effects without the laziness. You don't get the anxiety. You don't get the paranoia. You don't get the mental fogginess. Nothing better than chilling out at your house, taking a little 3Chi, and then playing with Leroy for like 30 minutes. It's the best. I can't recommend it enough. If you have a Leroy, absolutely give that a shot. Delta-8 users report feeling far more active and outgoing with increased confidence and almost none of the anxiousness and paranoia associated with Delta-9 usage. It's a federally legal version of THC. It's a perfect substitute for anyone using Delta-9 who wants that same great feeling without the negative side effects. You're going to love it. You know what? I'm not going to read any of these other copy points. I'm just going to tell you, you're going to love using 3Chi. I was actually texting with one of our salespeople last night. I said, hey, can I please have some more of those gummies? She said, yes, absolutely, but also everybody else in the office has requested them as well. One of my favorite products to use. You'll love them too. It's 100% hemp-derived. It's legal. It's available online at 3chi.com. They invented the Delta-8 industry. They're not just the best, they invented it. You have to be 21 and over to purchase it. It's available online at the number 3chi. That's 3chi.com, and at select retailers all around the country. Go to 3chi.com, number 3chi.com. Get your vapes, your gummies, your tinctures, your oils. That you can use them to make your own homemade edibles if you want. And we're going to give you a discount. It's PMT at checkout. Promo code PMT at checkout. You're going to get 5% off your order. That's 3chi.com. And now, Gotham Chopra.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. It is Gotham Chopra. He is a director, filmmaker. You've seen some of his great work, and he created and directed Greatness Code, now available on Apple TV+. It's 7 iconic athletes pulling back the curtain on what makes them great. You've been around these guys: LeBron James, Tom Brady, Alex Morgan, Usain Bolt, Shaun White, Katie Ledecky, and Kelly Slater. So that's the 7. You've also done Tom vs. Time. You've worked with Kobe. You've done it all, man. You've done it all. You've been around some of the greatest athletes of all time. I guess let's start there. who is the greatest? Can you give us a GOAT of all the GOATs?
God, man, that's tough. I'm going to go something kind of something not controversial. I'll say out of this series, like being around Kelly Slater, and maybe because it's a sport I don't really know very well. I've surfed maybe twice in my life, but there's something, Kelly's kind of like Tom. He's in his 40s. He's been there, done it all. He's also lived this crazy life. So there was something kind of pretty, I don't know, just enchanting around him. And Usain Bolt, he's another one. I mean, to me, like fastest man on the planet and heavyweight champion of the world, those are two like untouchable things, right?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
I love Tom. But we can sit around and debate, is Tom the greatest of all time, LeBron versus Jordan. But when you're like the fastest man on the planet, that's kind of untouchable.
Right. And the nice thing about sprinting is you can measure it and compare him to people that came, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years before. I've actually always wondered when it comes to an event like the 100-meter dash, how much faster do you think the human body can even go? Like, obviously we can't run a 100-meter dash in 5 seconds. That's just beyond the scope of imagination. But at some point, we're going to top out, right?
You think, yeah, I mean, yes. But, the 4-minute mile for the longest time, was the thing. And we make quantum leaps every once in a while. I mean, like the Jordan LeBron, debate is fascinating, but it's like, what LeBron is now, like just physically and just everything about him, it's like you just didn't see that. Like that is unique to this era. It's like we've made an evolutionary leap. Or like even if you think 10 years from now, Giannis, he's just like blazing a trail. So it's a great thing about sports.
Yeah. I misspoke a second ago because Britney Spears ran the 100-meter dash in 4 seconds in her gym. I think she put that online not too long ago.
Yes.
But being around all these people who are obviously like elite at their professions, who work harder than everybody else, is there a moment where you're sitting down, kind of going behind the scenes and watching their process where you're like, this person is actually insane to be doing it this way?
Yeah, I think it's even like, I'll go back to like Tom versus Time, when I worked on that. So when we started that, I think, it was several weeks. It was only a few weeks after the 28-3 comeback, that Super Bowl against the Falcons. And it was probably that happened in February. We were maybe at the end of March. I was out with him on a practice field filming, and he was like working on his throwing motion. He had his throwing coach, Tom House, with him. And Tom was really like, there was something about his hip, whatever, that he was like, it's not working right or whatever, tweaking it. And I said to him, dude, you like 3 weeks ago, we won the Super Bowl and the greatest come. And he was like, yeah, but that was like 3 weeks ago. Like for him, it was just like, that was yesterday. What do I care? Like that's over. And he's thinking about the next one. And so that sort of maniacal, and that's consistent. I mean, that's LeBron. That's like all of these people. It's just like there's God-given talents there and gifts, but there's just like this, maniacal devotion and this edge. And it's always like a little bit of me versus everyone. Like in this greatness code thing, you'll see consistently, like even with the Tom Brady's and the LeBron James, it's like, no, like nobody believes in me. It's me against the world. Yeah. And so there's also something just like kind of sick in the mind with these athletes, just how they fit themselves.
Yeah. So I had 2 questions about Tom versus Time. The first one's a little silly, but you put in all this hard work, and then the most memorable moment is Tom kissing his son on the lips. Were you like, what the hell? Like, did you guys not watch the rest of it? It was really cool. It was Tom Brady like he's never been seen before.
I mean, it's like everything that Tom did, especially off the field. Like his smoothie became a thing, right? Like, the kiss, with Jack was a thing, but like the smoothie was a thing. And it's just because I think no one had ever been inside. No one's, he's on social media and everything. Right. But at the time, like he didn't have an Instagram account. Like he was barely, so just everything took on this larger than life. So, I mean, I felt bad because, especially with Jack, Jack was like probably at the time, like 9 years old. But I wasn't particularly surprised or bothered by it.
It's just so funny when you have such hard work and you put together something so big, and then the one not the one takeaway, but the one that the internet runs with. That's just the internet. Sure. You can never control it. So my other question about Tom versus Time, and it was a debate that came up with The Last Dance and a lot of documentaries coming out. Where's the line when you are doing a documentary with the control of the person you are, filming and their story, and how much you let in, how much you can take out, like the creative control? Is that all decided beforehand? And where do you kind of fall on the debate that's been going on in media?
Yeah. Look, I think this is somewhat, I don't want to say generational because I'm not, like some young whippersnapper or something, but there's the sort of Ken Burns style documentary, completely objective. And yeah, you really, there's no version of the subject having any control. But I would say, working with Kobe in particular, and that was like the first high profile one, like there was no version of that. And the best version of that was going to be something that the subject was really invested in. And I mean emotionally, like felt, quote, ownership over it. And so I sort of come from the perspective of like, well, I don't, quote, cede, full creative control or final cut or anything like that. I do come from the school of like, no, this is a partnership. This is not on you, Kobe Bryant or Tom Brady. This is with you. And right. So like every story, every question you're asking me is a choice. Like you make choices, and that's kind of what guides the story, and you leave stuff out. And so, that's just part of the process. I mean, it doesn't mean, and I can tell you again, especially with Kobe, who's combative, like that was his nature. I mean, there were endless creative, debates. And I would say like, I won my fair share. He won his fair. But that's part of the process.
Well, from my personal perspective, I don't really have a problem with it, especially if it's admitted. It's full disclosure. Like, hey, this person had part of the creative. Like it's not, you're not trying to dupe us or be like, we got inside Tom Brady and we're putting out stuff he didn't agree to. I actually appreciate it on the level that all these athletes spend their entire career being covered and having the media and their fans project their own thoughts on them of who they are, and this is maybe a chance for them to show their own side instead of having someone else tell them how they've thought about things or rumors or whatever it may be. So they almost get the power back, which is kind of a cool dynamic that we've never seen in sports until today.
Yeah, and look, this is a trend. A lot of athletes now have their own production companies or their entire platforms, Uninterrupted, Players Tribune, others that are really built on that premise of like them directly to the audience. I think people like myself still have a role in terms of helping to guide a story. Like we're making a story, and you have all the normal things, tension, conflict, setups and payoffs and stuff like that. So I think but I agree. Look, we're not trying to be manipulative ever. And there's definitely a line, like you can feel it sometimes, like when you are being lied to and therefore are you lying to the audience? And those are the areas that you really kind of have to be careful about. But I think in general, like you want to the subject to feel a sense of like, no, this is my story. Right. I want to share this. Otherwise, you're going to end up like everything else.
Mm-hmm. Right. So yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned working with Kobe because I feel like Kobe gets so in depth on everything that he does. He had this passion behind him where he would focus, solely on the task at hand. He would be able to kind of go into whatever field interested him and take that on. With a guy like LeBron, when you're working with him, how much, when you're talking about the creative ideas that you're coming up with together, is he getting down to the level of, I want, here would be a great place for a montage. We should do a voiceover here. Can we get Morgan Freeman to do that part? Like, how granular does it get with these athletes?
No. So, I mean, what you just described is Kobe Bryant, was Kobe on the project. So like, every little detail, like in the minutia, obsessive. And, the truth is like these guys are the same off the court that they are on the court. So that actually is not that surprising, right? Like Kobe always wants the ball in his hands, etc. So LeBron's kind of the opposite, right? Like he's a facilitator. He's about like, how do I get, my guys in the right, position to do what they do best? And so he does that kind of off the court as well. He's got a core group of guys, Maverick Carter, Rich Paul, that he's grown up with, that he trusts. So actually working with LeBron is largely working with those guys because they kind of know what he likes and doesn't like. I mean, he's there, like the few times that I interacted with him, he's very supportive. Let me know how I can be help. If you ask him for his opinion on something, he'll give it to you. But he's not the guy, at least in my experience, like in the edit room, rolling his sleeves. Whereas Kobe, I mean, I was with him 2-3 in the morning. The guy was like, no one's leaving. No one's leaving until we get this right. And, we called it affectionately Kobe jail. But, that was a process with him.
So religion is sports, and you're around all these athletes, and it's a religion for them. Do they ever fully understand how it's a religion for fans? Like, what have you sensed from being around these men and women? Do they fully understand the impact they have on their fans and how much of our happiness, which is sad to say, but it's true, is dependent on them?
Yeah. I think the guys and women later in their careers, right? Like they do. Like they've been around long enough. I mean, so, when I started Religion of Sports and my two partners are Tom Brady and Michael Strahan, they both it wasn't the business plan that got them. It was, oh no, I know what it means to be at the epicenter of this thing. I understand, not only is this my life's purpose, like for Tom to play this game, but I know, like I can feel it when I'm out there, just like what, how much is invested in me. And so I get this idea that, sports, it's not like a religion, it is a religion. And it sort of invokes the same type of feeling. So yeah, I think a lot of them do towards the end, and it's also, I mean, Tom's had this forever goodbye tour. Who knows how long it'll go on for, but it's that connection to the sport. It doesn't last forever.
Have you thought about flipping the, like the camera? I mean, it wouldn't be flipping the camera on yourself, but flipping the camera and like following a Cleveland Browns fan who face paints and drinks, rum out of a bowling ball and throws a keg in the Mooney lot and then goes and screams his face off all day and then gets up at like 7 a.m. for his construction job on Monday morning after the Browns lose again. That's the religion of sports. We need that documentary too.
Those are the true, we call those the true believers.
Yes.
And so, yeah, no, I absolutely, how you market that, no, I'm not quite sure, but like, like in terms of those people, those stories, as you guys know, I mean, they're out there. I mean, there's tens of thousands, if not millions of them. I mean, today, like opening day of baseball in the middle of this weird pandemic and this time, like just what, again, it's, I'm going to watch, I know you guys might be Yankees fans. I'm a Red Sox fan, but I can't wait till 7 o'clock when I can watch Yankees Nationals because of what it means, and it's bigger than sports.
Yeah. You mentioned Michael Strahan and Tom Brady. I'm interested to know what that relationship is like. If you've ever been in a room with those two, I'm sure that, they're friendly with each other. Michael Strahan, it's hard not to like the guy, but does he ever just bring up the Super Bowl and he's like, hey, look at this ring, Tom, look at this one?
So they are like active members of the company, both on the board. Every single board meeting starts with Michael talking about that game. And Tom kind of like, and for Tom, look, I mean, 9 Super Bowls, 6 of them wins, but it's the losses and it's that loss, the 18-1 loss that hurts the most. That's the most memorable. And so, yeah, and Michael does not miss a beat to sort of, remind him that, he was at the epicenter of that one.
And the weird thing about it is, in a way, I'm sure that loss actually motivates Tom Brady to be the quarterback that he is today because he suffered that defeat on that 18-1 season. That actually makes him greater down the road. It actually makes him stronger.
Oh, for sure. I mean, so Greatness Code, I always think there's like an analog to Greatness Code, which is about failure, because the truth is it's the failures that are the most memorable for athletes. Like it's the one they'll always talk about. And even if you go, like if you watch the series, like LeBron, the game he talks about is in 2012, Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. But really what it's about is Game 5, which he lost at home. He talks about Paul Pierce hitting a shot in his face and everything. And he's like, it was because of that game and because this was before all the championships. So it's that game. Everyone came out, oh, LeBron's, loser. He can't win the big one. He's a choke. And he's like that. It was the failure that sort of catapulted the success. And so that's another consistent thing you see with the greatest.
Yeah. So being around Tom Brady as much as you have been, I think most people are fascinated by the TB12 method, his relationship with Alex Guerrero. My whole take, and it's totally uninformed, but Tom Brady is exceptional because Tom Brady's exceptional, and his work ethic is exceptional, and he's also kind of a freak athlete in certain respects. And with or without Alex Guerrero, he does that. It's almost just like not a placebo effect, but it's like an extra thing to believe. What's their relationship like? And do you really think that it's Alex Guerrero is like a major part in Tom Brady playing for as long as he's played? Because I feel like Tom Brady would have found a way no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a good question. I'd say I've been around Tom a lot for the last 3 or 4 years. And Alex is a huge part of his daily life. Like, Tom does not miss, even during the off season, all the body work he does, like just the pliability and, all the weight. He doesn't use weights. Everything's about, again, like stretching his muscles and stuff like that, lengthening and loosening. So I actually think, especially as his career has gone on and like the years have added up, I do think it's a big part. Look, there's a whole bunch of stuff they do, like the body work and Tom's endless hydration, his sleep, regulation. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. And so I don't know where the line is like, oh man, this stuff is functionally really important versus this is part of like Tom's, like I said, maniacal psychology. I'm not sure where that line is, but I would say, I don't know, like, especially, Tom did have a catastrophic injury early in his career. And this was like that was the turning point for him. And if he hadn't done this, I mean, the statistics show that, well, guys don't keep playing this, no matter how talented they are. I mean, Tom's not the most talented guy, and he'll be the first to say it. So there's been many more talented guys who have not played as long as he has.
Mm-hmm. How much water does he drink in a day?
You can like look on I think I saw a clip today of him showing up at the Tampa Bay facility, and he carries this jug, and it's like super ionized. And again, like, this is where, I mean, to your point, like, does that water have some secret in it that, is prolonging his career? I don't know, but Tom carries that thing around, and I think he fills it multiple times a day. And so he's just like, he's a mad scientist. Like, when he's always tinkering with something. Mm-hmm. There's never a moment that he's not like thinking about football.
So I was reading your Wikipedia page here, and one thing jumped off the page to me, and I wanted to ask you about it. It says that you were a lyrical advisor to Michael Jackson at one point. What Michael Jackson songs did you write?
And so, I mean, this can go into some crazy places. But like, yeah, I knew Michael, starting when I was pretty young. And then when I was in college in New York, I went to Columbia, and Michael used to live in the top of the Four Seasons there in New York City. And so I used to hang out with him and help him like with some of the, so it was mainly the album History. So songs like Stranger in Moscow, History, Scream, Will You Be There? Some of that stuff, but that was like, pre-internet. Like, it was like, I was bringing like rhyming dictionaries and thesauruses down and just like helping him, find the right words. I mean, he did all the music, so I'm not going to take any credit for that.
Did you get any royalties off that?
Yeah. So you guys can appreciate, I was in college at the time, and I would go down and hang out with him and help at like 2-3 in the morning. And then Michael would be like, hey man, so how much do I owe you? And I'd be like, I don't know. And he used to keep pillow sacks full of money, like in his hotel suite or whatever. And he would just like give me cash. And at the time I thought like, man, like 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. I was like, okay, it's cool. And then I would call my friends, and we would go out to some of the, things that college students do.
Sure.
$5,000 in their pocket and have some fun. And at the time I thought like, this is great, man. I never thought about residuals or anything like that. So
that's almost better though than residuals. Like, if you gave me the choice, you can either get $5,000 cash when you're 21 years old in college, or you can get like $5,000 a year from when you're 25 until 35. I would take the $5,000 lump sum in college and just go have a hell of a night.
Yeah. Well, and I have great stories to tell. So,
Yeah.
So you've been around all these people, even counting Michael Jackson, but all these athletes. Out of all of them, who commands a room the most? Who's that guy or girl who you walk in the room and it's just, or they walk in the room and all eyes on them and they just have control of the room no matter what setting it is? It could be a boardroom, it could be a bar, whatever it is, they just are that person.
I think, and part of this answer might be because of, what's happened, but Kobe was a rock star. Like, I'd never really been around anyone like that. And Kobe's, he was at the transition, obviously, like there was a pre-social media Kobe era. And so like he kind of right now, like because everyone's all over social media, you feel like even if you don't know them, you know them because you've been around them through there. But Kobe had that. I remember like when we were working on the project, like we got to a point where like it was good, but it wasn't great. And Kobe was like, "Hey man, we're not done. Like we have a long way to go." And I was like, "Kobe, we don't have any more money from the network, Showtime at the time." And Kobe's like, "Set up a meeting. We'll get the money." And I remember like walking into that building and he was like wearing sunglasses and everything. And it was like, oh yeah, we should ask for more money because this guy just had a sort of charisma. And yeah, we walked out like, with as much money as we needed to finish that project. So Kobe had that. I mean, look, I have a deep friendship with Tom. So it's, I know him better.
Know him better. Yeah.
Yeah. But so Tom has, charisma too. I think people are very curious about him and everything. But yeah, Kobe had the sort of rock star. Like he used to fly, I mean, sadly, again, ironically, but in a helicopter. Like it was like hanging out with Batman, It was just like so special.
Have you talked to Tom at all about it? It seems like he's coming out of his shell more. Is that a conscious decision that he's like, this is going to be different? Maybe it's the Tampa move. Maybe it's the end of his career, but just – he's definitely showing more Tom Brady than he used to.
Yeah, I think it's been the culmination of actually a couple of years. Actually, and Tom versus Time was a big part of like the catalyst for that. But I think it's just it's over time, and I could, I'm a Patriots fan. I grew up, so like I feel like I should have seen this coming, and I probably did see it coming, but then I just denied it because as a Patriots fan, I probably didn't want it to happen. But now looking back, I'm like, oh yeah, like he had to leave. Like he just couldn't do it anymore in that environment. And he still wanted to play. And I think he's really excited about the challenge in front. I mean, I've been down there, in Tampa with him for a few days. And it's like he's got a different type of energy right now than I've seen in the last few years.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
As a filmmaker, do you have a limit in your head as to how often you can use Gimme Shelter over a montage?
I mean, it's all about having good editors, and so no, I mean, there's that's the great thing about sports. It's like so cinematic, and so and every sport is different.
Yeah. I had one last question. So kind of the reverse of my last question. Who's the one athlete, big star that you've been around, and you can't say Tom Brady because you just said that you know him so well, that is just a regular guy or girl, like you're shocked by, oh my God, they've done all this stuff, and they just seem completely, because we've been around athletes, famous people. It's no diss on them that life changes when you have that type of stature. But then we'll meet a couple people who'll be like, wait, they're just a regular dude, like they're just completely normal. You wouldn't even know that they were an NBA player or an NFL player just by the way they talk and hang out.
Yeah. Good question. I mean, I have been around a lot, so I feel like I do have to say somebody I know pretty well, who I've interacted. So last year I worked with Steph Curry for like almost a year. And Steph, I mean, rock star quality in some ways, but also just like a really sweet, humble guy, always around family. He has 3 young kids. So that's a lot of hard work. He takes it really seriously. There's not like tons of help. He's, doing everything father has to do. So, and like I went to the All-Star game with him last year, like when we were working together, and Steph was like, he loves what's it called, the place down in North Carolina. There's like a chicken
cookout,
like a fast food place.
Cookout.
Bojangles.
Yeah. Bojangles. So Steph is obsessed with Bojangles. He grew up down there, so it's like every moment he could, he was like, "Dude, let's go to Bojangles," And so just like a really sort of grounded guy in that way. Mm-hmm. So he was probably the most relatable.
Is there somebody that you want to work with really badly in sports or otherwise that maybe you're circling, maybe you've thought about but haven't quite gotten around to making that introduction yet?
I mean, like I kind of started with Kelly Slater. Like there's sports, actually, I would say that I'm almost like, I don't know as much. I grew up a huge, basketball, football, baseball guy. So, I look at Lewis Hamilton, like Formula One, or, there's a lot of international soccer players that I find fascinating because of kind of not them necessarily, but what they represent. So Mohamed Salah, who plays for Liverpool, like, Ronaldo, who in my opinion is like probably the most famous person on the planet, which is its own weird, fame is an interesting thing. So I kind of look at those, just like those are interesting, even bigger than the person. Those are things that are interesting.
Well, this has been awesome, man. We really appreciate it. Very interesting stuff. I also really appreciate you. I don't know if you realize what I did there, but I asked you for the biggest alpha and then the most regular Joe, and LeBron wasn't your answer for either of them.
Oh, interesting.
Huh, interesting.
I don't know LeBron as well. Like,
no, we're LeBron well, some of us are LeBron haters sometimes.
Did LeBron try to trade you away from his filmmaking team while he was working with you? You said he was the same off the court as on the court.
Yeah, he didn't. But, okay, so here's my thing about LeBron. LeBron is, we could sit around and debate and do the basketball court thing on the court, but like off the court, like what that guy stands for, what he's done in Akron, all of that stuff, I'm a big admirer.
That's the thing that kills me, because I like hate LeBron, but I know he's such a good guy, which drives me insane. That drives me insane, because I want him to be like, I want someone to be like, yeah, he was a real asshole. It's like, no one's ever said that.
Think about we won't veer into politics, but the next 4 months of what we're going to go, who's the one athlete who's going to stand up and speak?
Yeah,
stand for something?
Yeah.
Before we let you go, we're trying to expand into the Indian market by talking about cricket every now and again. And you work closely. I'm going to butcher his name. Is it Tendulkar?
Sachin Tendulkar. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. We call him the Master Blaster, too. That might be easier.
Oh, the Master Blaster. That's sick, like a Stevie Wonder song. Would you, can you give us like a real quick headline that maybe we can use to market to an Indian audience about their favorite cricket player?
In a country of over 1 billion people, of every faith, on the planet, there's one God, and it's the Master Blaster. Sachin he's everything. He's LeBron plus Tom plus Usain Bolt times 1,000,000, in terms of what he means to that country and what he's meant to that sport.
Okay, he might be my answer now when somebody asks me just who's the greatest athlete on planet Earth right now.
The Master Blaster.
The Master Blaster.
I like that.
Cool. Thanks, guys. It's super fun.
Yeah, thank you, man. A lot of fun. And if you're ever in New York, come by and let's do it in person.
Yeah.
For sure.
That interview with Gotham was brought to you by our good friends over at ExpressVPN. You guys are going to actually really love this ad read because, well, I know none of you watch porn, but just in case you have any friends that might watch it, you're going to want to pay attention. With everything going on in the world, governments have increased their surveillance. They're using your devices to track your location, your movements, and in many countries, your internet activity. You don't want to be caught with your pants down, literally, and one of the best ways to keep your online browsing activity private is by using ExpressVPN. When you use ExpressVPN, your internet connection is rerouted through a secure encrypted server. You can surf the web anonymously without anyone looking over your shoulder. You hear that, Pete? Your fun and games is over, Pete. You can't do it anymore because I'm using ExpressVPN. I know you probably think all you have to do is use incognito mode. No one can see that you've watched every last hentai video on Pornhub, but you're wrong. Even when you use incognito mode, your internet provider, whether it's Comcast, AT&T, you name it, they can see every single website you visit. That's right. Think about that for a second. If you live on campus or if you use a shared Wi-Fi, your network admin can too. To be honest, it's kind of scary, so that's why we use ExpressVPN whenever we go online. I recommend all of you do the same. Without ExpressVPN, you're giving people a free license to peek over your shoulder, see all the freaky shit that you're looking at. So protect your privacy today. Get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. That's expressvpn.com/PMT. That's expressvpn.com/PMT. You're going to get 3 free months for free with a 1-year package.
Okay, let's finish up the show. We got Fyre Fest coming up. We got Billy's. So Billy's not here. Hopefully we have double the downloads because then we'll kick Billy off forever. Mm-hmm. That's our promise to you.
You know what it's like when Roger Goodell introduces a shitty rule that nobody likes, and then he saves the game by removing that shitty rule.
Yes.
Actually, Billy, if you are listening, we do love you.
We love you. Well, he's not listening, and it's so perfectly Billy to, like, his stock was going back up, and he's like, got to take a quick vacation, guys.
Yep.
So I'm going to be out of here. What?
I support his taking vacation.
Okay.
Last week, on Part of My Take, Billy Football introduced the conundrum of the Chinese seeds that were being mailed to America. What do? Are they used for surveillance? Are they used as an invasive species? Are they used to just screw with American rural communities? On today's Part of My Take, we get to the bottom of it. The mystery behind the Chinese seeds will be unveiled next week when Billy Football returns from his vacation, because he knows the mystery and we don't. That has been Serial on Part of My Take.
So we'll find out on Sunday, and he's gonna have he's not gonna. He's just gonna be like, "What? I thought you guys already talked about it."
I bet Billy planted the seeds and then just doused them with steroids.
Yes.
I'm gonna grow super pumpkin.
Yeah, make these seeds extra HGH. All right. So his sheet, though, he did give us a sheet. Jake Paul got raided. He's on steroids.
By who?
The FBI.
I thought you were talking about Twitch.
No.
What happened?
No. He
a shitload of guns.
He had guns?
Yeah.
What is that? What?
He had like guns, like there was like someone did like a helicopter or something like over his house, and he just had like guns like chilling out in the backyard.
So
like, not even like they were just obviously like guns, just
free range
everywhere.
guns in his backyard.
I think you get to a point of wealth that you just run out of things that you can buy, so you're like, now I'm just going to buy a shitload of guns.
Yeah, they're easily storable. You can hang them on the wall. They're almost artwork.
And then when you buy a bunch of guns, you're like, well, someone might steal my guns, need more guns.
Yeah, when
it's
we're
a
at
good vlog too.
Yeah.
When we're at Dan Bilzerian's house, like half of his house is just guns.
Because he's got to protect his guns.
Yeah, he has the smaller guns up front,
right.
And then as you go through the house, I think you're actually right. Because the more rooms you go through, the bigger they get.
Right.
Until he's just got like an atom bomb in his basement.
So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You just need to keep buying guns until you have so many guns that your guns can never be touched.
Also, I think when you're as universally hated as Jake Paul, you probably have a lot of people that want to kill you.
Do we hate Jake Paul, or is it Logan that we hate?
I think we like Logan, right?
Logang?
I'm anti-Paul brothers.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Why?
They're just
the
the
Suicide
worst.
Force thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Logan
bad.
was a Suicide Force guy.
Oh, I thought that was Jake.
Jake is the gun guy.
I thought Jake was in the Suicide Force.
Got it.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, so we disavow the Paul brothers.
Yes, disavow all Paul brothers. And then also, I saw Ozzie Guillen went after Nick Swisher. I fucking love Ozzie Guillen. He needs to. I wish he was managing somewhere, but that guy, he will always speak his mind. He's fucking hilarious.
I wish that he had a podcast with Jay Mariotti, actually.
Yeah.
Forget Woody Page. Woody's fine on his own, doing his own show.
Yes.
Just having those two go back and forth would be electric.
He should actually do a podcast with radio legend from Chicago, Mike North, who they had many run-ins, and they would just oil and water. That's about it.
He called Jay the hard F word.
Yes.
Hard F.
Yes.
Let's see. Clemson was named number 1.
Friend.
Yeah, friend. Or my buddy.
Good friend.
So this actually is bad for Clemson because like 90% of Dabo's motivational skills come from saying nobody respects us.
Yes.
They're not unanimous.
No.
So not getting enough respect for Clemson. We tick that off the box.
Yep.
Wild beavers in England win right to remain at their homes.
We've run out of things.
And river otter.
Billy gets his Animal Planet portion.
I agree that there should not be beavers in Otter River.
Yeah.
You know,
mind your business.
Yeah,
beavers.
Exactly. That's not your river.
Stick to your own. All right, so let's finish up with Fyre Fest. Fyre Fest. We have a great weekend coming up. There's PGA Championship. All the sports are back. I'm so excited. Brooks. We didn't even mention Brooks. Brooks is tied for second. Dude, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to jinx anything.
If Brooks wins the PGA Championship, it would be sweet because I put in a bet. By the way,
he's a legend for life, too.
So Bubba is actually a sneaky gambling guru. I don't know if he knows anything about the sports that we've been winning on, I've been asking him for his advice and picks, and as a unit, me and Bubba are 6 for 7 in our last 7.
But this is also...
And we're heavily leveraged on Brooks to win the PGA.
This is beginner's luck. Ride him. Remember the first time, one of the first times you ever bet horses at Joe's on Weed when we sat down and we hit like a trifecta.
Yeah, that was
instantly.
That was my first race, I think.
Yeah, and I was like, just let's bet this, and then we hit it for like $200. Like, is it always this easy? Nope.
Yeah, I don't think I've won a horse race since then. Actually.
Yeah. So yes, ride him.
Okay,
Bubba, give me your picks.
Thank you, Bubba.
All right, let's do Fyre Fest. Hank.
I have a bunch. of Fyre Fest.
Oh, good. All right. Well, let me take off my shoes.
Okay. My first one, speaking of vacations, I don't really take any, so I'm inexperienced in kind of the whole, like, how to figure things out.
This right now is your vacation. You realize that. Like, your job is to be on vacation, and right now your work is to be, like, on a beach somewhere, and your actual vacation is behind that microphone.
I like that. All right. So I was trying to go back to work my family had a trip planned. For some reason, I was always under the impression it was the first week of August. It's on Block Island. I was like, I booked
Block Island.
Yeah, in Block Island. Booked a rent-a-car, got a ferry ticket, and then there was a big storm coming, and I was like texting my parents. I was like, I'm going to come actually Thursday morning, not Wednesday night. And they were like, well, we're not going to be there till next week. So I just had the completely wrong week. But I put all the things forth, scheduled. I got the time off from work, luckily. That got approved by you guys. Mm-hmm. And I was just completely off on the week.
Yeah. So how much money did you lose on that?
A few $100s.
Oh, man, that's tough.
Heartbreaking, yeah.
If you work an extra week, though, then you'll get all that money back.
True.
I'm sorry, Hank.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot coming from you guys. I know how much you tell me to take.
So next week, though, you're taking a vacation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not...
You missed the most important part. He's trying to work as much as he can.
Right.
His family just wouldn't let him.
Right.
Exactly. My second one is I watched Dr. Disrespect. We've talked about him on the show. He finally came back, went on a live stream. I watched it for an hour and a half, and it was just a holding screen, and he never actually went live, and he's doing it tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So that was just a waste of like 2 hours.
I thought he did another stream. I thought he did 2 streams today.
He put out a song. Dr. Disrespect is just addicted to making songs. He put out a song that...
A diss track?
No. Basically just he just likes to show off his voice, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he likes to show off his voice and likes to his graphics are cool.
Yes,
that's pretty much it.
Right. So then he went live, quote unquote, but it was just a cool graphic that played for an hour and a half, and I was just sitting there with my putt in my hand, like, what the fuck?
That's kind of cool. That's like the Red Zone channel. If you go to it right now, you get a little taste of that.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I have breaking news. So I think we're gonna play this live. I haven't listened to it. It's Brooks after the round. I think he's doing some trolling.
At the end of the day, I just feel good. I'm playing good, and there's no reason to be scientific with all the numbers and stuff like that on track. Man, just go out and go play. Wish you the best. Congratulations on the day.
You just oh my god,
he knows exactly what he's doing.
I love it.
I actually did sit down and watch that video that Hank was talking about the other day, the 15-minute long Bryson DeChambeau saga about him coming home from his last round of golf. It is one
silent film.
It is one of the more insane things
just in his Bentley
that I've ever seen in my
building
life.
A house.
I have no idea what he was doing with it. There was one scene he's about to make breakfast and he set up his camera on his kitchen counter right next to the refrigerator, and then he closed the refrigerator door and turned towards the camera just to show his stomach and a 6-pack in it.
He deleted my ant comment on Instagram last night.
That's messed up.
That's an ant move.
Yeah,
big time ant move.
Are there ants on the course this week?
I don't know.
Are there ants in California?
We should get...
There's got to be.
We should send him an ant farm.
Yes, we should. Yes, we should. But again, please stop tweeting
Don't.
Bryson the ant emoji. He does not like that, and we're not trying to get under his skin too much.
Love
it. The fire ants.
Love it. All right, what else?
And I have one reverse Fyre Fest.
Okay. Something really good that happened.
Yeah, so a lot of AWLs downloaded the Play Barstool app. It got close to 200,000, but not thankfully, it's unfortunate. But apparently, people in Canada are not able to download the app because it's a different country and they have different regulations for that type of stuff. So I think that kept it under 200K, so I don't have to get a cat.
Okay. So you killed a cat.
So we keep that storyline going. We will someday get you a cat.
Maybe.
Yes.
When we send Bryson an ant farm, we will also send you a cat.
Yes.
Save
you
on
have
shipping.
to get a cat at some point.
I would have. I'm a man of my word.
All right.
When I put a cat pet on the line, I'll always honor the bet.
Okay, PFT, what's your Fyre Fest of the week?
My Fyre Fest of the week is I have to come up with new reasons and new ways to defend Tom Wilson.
Oh, yeah, scumbag.
So, no, he's not a scumbag. As I've said before,
all right, go ahead, then.
He's clumsy. Well,
he's a scumbag.
I need to workshop a few ways. I don't actually have any.
He happens to be falling into people.
People are saying that Tom Wilson's running into people's backs and boarding them dangerously.
Mashing brains in.
I don't think that that's the case at all. The best I could come up with at this point is that people are afraid of Tom Wilson. They're afraid to make eye contact with him. And when you don't want to make eye contact with an alpha, like at a dog park, you'll never look at the alpha dog if you're a small little pooch. They will turn their backs on Tom as he's approaching, and he accidentally hits them in the behind.
Have you thought about just saying fuck it and just put your hands up and be like, hey, you'd love him if he was on your team too?
That's a great way.
That's what you should just do.
It's a great way to defend a guy like that.
Right, just be like, hey, guess what? I know he's a scumbag. I don't give a fuck because he's my scumbag.
He's a guy that you love to play with, but you hate playing against him.
Right, which is just the best code for he's a fucking asshole.
At least, I don't think he's a fucking asshole. He's not at Avery levels, okay? Avery was a pest. Tom Wilson, at least, is a scorer. Maybe there's something different about the customs in Canada that he's not getting acquainted with just yet. He's struggling with culture shock.
Yes.
In
Keeps
Toronto.
slipping. It is ice is slippery.
Yeah, the ice in Toronto is really, really bad.
Yes.
We went over this. Like if this was out in Edmonton, I think
fine.
he'd be fine. He'd be fair play all the way. But
nothing would have happened.
As it stands, he is boarding people again, and I'm going to have to do some mental gymnastics to convince myself that it's not intentional. My other Fyre Fest.
I have more breaking news.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
go for it.
Sorry, I had to break news.
Yeah. Please.
Bryson DeChambeau just broke his driver.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and move. Wait, did we ever find the Rick Riley tweet too?
No.
Did he? How did he break it? Out of
I guess I don't know.
Out of anger, out of rage, out of some sort of rage. Maybe he got upset
too
about
hard.
something.
That's as relatable as it gets.
Yeah,
actually,
he's
that
cool
is.
now.
No hard feelings.
Oh, it
but that was
broke.
important.
Okay, so
It
he might
was.
not have broken it. It broke. Oh, it'd be great if he was fucking.
If he was holding it,
if it was
I mean,
corked or something.
I don't know if that's like a court of law thing, but if he was holding it and it broke, he broke it.
Wait, breaking news again. We have more Troll God. I guess this was a commercial or something.
6 eggs, 5 pieces of bacon, 9 protein shakes. Please put that in there. That'd be good.
He said what he's having for breakfast. He said eggs, bacon, and 9 protein shakes. Oh my God!
Oh, I fucking love it.
Bryson is probably going to complain to the PGA.
No, well, he's definitely calling
He'll
it
be like Brooks is being mean to me.
Absolutely, he's like Brooks is bullying me on the course.
It's also perfect because it's golf and there is like this unspoken like gentleman's rule. But why wouldn't like Brooks is competing against Bryson? It's fucking sports.
Yeah.
What like it's trash talk. Who the fuck cares?
Listen, I think that if DeChambeau wants people to stop bullying him, maybe then he should start doing the exact opposite of everything that he's done in his entire life.
But he would, even if he did that, he would do it in like a scientific way and release like a video of like, I'm going to do the Costanza.
Yeah, no, he would have like sabermetrics about who the most likable people in the world are. Like he'd pull up a Tom Hanks, like an Excel spreadsheet logging every word that he said, and then try to mimic those, and then be like, yeah, okay, this is fake, Bryson.
Oh,
you know what? I'm fine with this. I'm glad that there is a rivalry in golf. We needed something like this. The Tiger Phil just doesn't do it for me the same way as it did anymore. Today was actually one of the first times that I've been watching golf, and I've been more excited to watch somebody else besides Tiger Woods.
Hell yeah.
It's been awesome. But yeah, I'm looking at this picture.
It took us an hour and a half into the show, but fuck you, Bryson.
Yeah,
boom, ding.
Fuck you, Bryson DeChambeau. Chryson, go cry me a river. Look, so the head of his driver is just laying on the ground next to his feet. It's a very sad looking picture. It doesn't not look like an ant's head.
What hole is he on right now? Because you can't
He's
like
2 under through 6, so he's got a long way to go.
You can't use a new club.
No,
you don't get a new driver.
Can he call a rules official over?
Yeah, he probably did. He probably tried to duct tape it. I don't know.
Oh my God. Okay.
So good.
Here's what he said.
What?
He said, I guess it's all the swings I put in.
Oh my God. See,
that's why you should never practice, Bryson.
I guess I'm so strong. I didn't know my own strength.
Again, this is a problem that Brooks would not have because he doesn't practice.
Right. His clubs are fresh always. All right, my Fyre Fest is
another Fyre Fest.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
My bed sucks.
Okay.
My bed sucks now. It's broken, and so I dread getting in and out of the bed. The slats always collapse. Every morning I wake up with a backache now.
Feels like something you should fix.
Yeah, well, I'm getting
the Mindy Kaling situation.
No, I've already put in an order for a new bed. But in the meantime, like, there's no worse feeling than being really tired at the end of the day or maybe after a 24-hour stream, and all you want to do is lay down in your bed, and you dread laying down on it. You dread the feeling of the slats breaking underneath you.
Yeah, I would have fixed that instantly.
Well,
That's not worth it.
There's no way to fix it. I just have to order a new bed, and you know what that means? Now I have to assemble a new bed.
Yes.
Sucks.
All right, live on Twitch.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, my Fyre Fest is I actually got an invite to be a virtual fan, and I bought a hat that says Laker Dan, and I sat there for an hour waiting to get let in and never got let in, like a fucking idiot.
They sell Laker Dan hats?
Yeah, I bought one at the store, at the Laker store. It came with a mini flag, too. And,
are you joking? No. Yeah, you're joking.
Yes, I'm joking. And then we found out that LeBron just invited all his fucking kids from his school Fuck you, LeBron. Those kids are in Akron. They're not real Laker fans.
They're Cavs
fans. I'm a Laker fan.
Wait, he invited kids from his school on
only third
on
and
a
sixth
Wednesday
graders.
night.
It was
on a school night.
It was like 6:30, so it was early.
On a school night. Nonetheless,
yes.
What about the second graders? Like,
Yeah,
imagine
second
being a
graders.
second grader at one of those schools.
Yes.
That just get fucked.
They probably didn't
Yeah.
learn anything this morning.
Dude, I'll remember this, LeBron. You don't want Laker Dan to show up. I'm just gonna say
You
that.
don't.
Not a
You
threat.
really, really don't.
But it's kind of a threat. So be careful, dude. Mm-hmm. All right. We'll see everyone Monday.
Love you guys.
Talking away. No, I don't know what to say. I'll say it anyway. Today is another day to find you shine away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love of day. Take on me. Take on me. Take on me. I'll be gone. Needless to say, said it, but I feel so little way. Slowly learning that life is okay. Say after me, it's no better to be safe than sorry. It's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me. Take on me. Take on me. I'll be all the things that you say, is it life just to play my worries away? You're all the things I've got to remember. You shine away. Well, I'll be coming for you anyway. Well, I'll be coming for you anyway. Take on me. Take on me. Take on me. I'll be
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.